Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time, I'm going to go over to the New York Post, and this is about Harvard Dean cited in Trump's Tylenol warning was paid expert witness in 2023 suit against the drug maker. I will list the article writer and all of the details in the description, as I always do. It says a Harvard researcher whose examination of Tylenol's effect on pregnant women underpinned Donald Trump's Monday warning to expectant mothers to avoid the drug was once paid $150,000 to give expert testimony in a lawsuit against the manufacturer and was ripped by a federal judge for unreliable, sloppy work. Dr. Andrea Baccarelli, Dean of the Ivy League institution's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, co-authored a study analyst last month linking acetaminophen to the pain reliever's active ingredient to neurodevelopmental disorders, including autism. The conclusion of the analyst, first reported by the Times of London, warned pregnant women to limit acetaminophen consumption to protect their offspring's neurodevelopment. Food and Drug Administration Commissioner Dr. Marty Markley approvingly cited the review during Monday's announcement, insisting that the overwhelming body of evidence points to an association between Tylenol and autism. We cannot wait any longer, added Markley, quoting Baccarelli's dire warning directly. Trump echoed the FDA's chief's remark, telling reporters from the Roosevelt Room, with Tylenol, don't take it, don't take it. However, Baccarelli served as a paid expert witness in an unsuccessful class action lawsuit against Tylenol maker Kivu, brought in 2022 by a group of parents who claimed their children's ADHD and autism was a result of the mothers taking the drug while pregnant. In an August 2023 deposition, Baccarelli acknowledged that he was paid about $150,000 to lend his voice to the plaintiff's cause. Baccarelli was one of 5 expert witnesses for the plaintiffs in the case, all of whom had their testimonies dismissed by a federal judge who deemed their conclusion unbalanced. The decision in his report is incomplete, unbalanced, and at times misleading, wrote Manhattan U.S. District Judge Denise Cope. In general, Dr. Baccarelli downplays those studies that undercut his causation thesis and emphasizes those that align with his thesis. Cope further found that the expert witness has not served to enlighten, but only to obfuscate the weakness of the evidence of which they're purported to rely in the contradictions in the research. In a statement shared with the White House ahead of Monday's press conference, Baccarelli restated his righteous National Institutes of Health funded review of the potential risk of acetaminophen use during pregnancy. Patients who need fever or pain reduction during pregnancy should take a lower effective dose of acetaminophen for the shortest possible duration after consulting with their physicians about their individual risk benefits calculations, he wrote. Other studies have shown a link between autism and the prenatal use of Tylenol, but the scientific community has serious misgivings about their findings. The correlation for autism scientists, which includes more than 250 American researchers, told the outlet that administrators' warnings about the drug do not support the claim that Tylenol causes autism and only stokes fear and falsely suggests hope when there is no simple answer. In response to Monday's White House announcement, a Kinru spokesman said the facts are that over a decade, rigorous research endorsed by leading medical professionals and global health regulators confirmed there is no credible evidence linking acetaminophen to autism. We stand with many public health and medical professionals who have reviewed this science and agreed. We will continue to explore all options to protect health interests of American women and children. And that is the end of the article right there. Um, I am not really, to tell you the truth, at this point, they fired all the leading researchers and people from, the CDC, the health department, and things like that. So, and then to, ultimately it come out that this man accepted $150,000 in a previous case about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, to essentially give misleading information, did not sway the judge. It, you need go no further than that. And it's crazy the link and the correlation between him trying to sue Tylenol previously in 2022 to now 2025, where he's brought in as an expert, and given the fact that most people in the general public will not even check this man's background, it just opens up a whole can of, disinformation, fear, and it's not fair to the American people. Also, given the fact that one of the head researchers testified on Capitol Hill not too long ago, which I'm not sure if she resigned or she was fired by Robert F. Kennedy because she would not willingly and knowingly put disinformation out there to the American people. She is a hero for standing on her principles and protecting the American people. Uh, Sadly, the downside of that is that there are potentially people that will, for any amount of money or slice of power or whatever is negotiated at the time, will do and say what needs to be said and done just to push the, agenda, not taking into account that it will put countless and millions and tens of millions of people in mortal danger, especially women and children who, personal experience, you can't really take too many other remedies besides Tylenol when you're pregnant because it's safer. Other than that, cold turkey or a natural home remedy would suffice, but there's not too many other drugs that women can take when they have aches and pains, headaches, or whatever may be ailing them at the time. And just for him to just come out and just be like, see, this is not right. And if nobody sees that, then at the very least, do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, and please go research this, look it up for yourself, draw your own conclusions. At the very least, please consult with your medical professional. please, now is not the time to be taking the words, especially from, in my opinion, from Donald Trump, because we all know about the COVID thing. For example, when COVID happened, after he initially, made it public, even though COVID was going on, and they tried to downplay it for a little while, you know, he suggested in the press conference something along the lines, don't quote me verbatim, something about disinfectants. So you can look that up yourself. Please draw your own conclusion, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. You know, After that, I wouldn't take no medical advice from him anyway. I sure as hell wouldn't take no medical advice from Robert F. Kennedy, okay? This pseudoscience quack that they have running running the show for health is a non-starter for me. And I will be consulting with my own medical professional, someone that has the medical background and expertise. And I would suggest that everyone do the same, because this is going to have the potential to possibly hurt a lot of people if people start believing what Robert F. Kennedy and Trump is talking about and not consult their medical professional. So, yeah. Drop down in the comment section. Tell me how you feel about this article in terms of in Tylenol. Did you know about the current lawsuit where the expert that was used for the press conference for Donald Trump was previously used as a expert witness in a 2022 court case against the maker of Tylenol? And to be honest with you, a lot of this I think is like a shakedown. I think he's trying to get certain companies aligned and on board for whatever reason, and it's just bad. It's just a total dismantling of every facet in this country, and it's sad. But nevertheless, get in contact with me through the comment section if you want to speak about it, if you want to talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And with that, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly do appreciate it, as always. Thank you so much for your support. And always remember, be good to yourself. And free speech is not the right of some people. It is the right of everyone in this country. Pushing the blueprint, it's not a beat. Distribute off, I get off and